All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Pauline. Really good to see you over at Delta Summit. I work for Change Now, as my shirt right here says, and today is kind of a big day for us. Today, Change Now is celebrating its second birthday, which by crypto terms is basically a veteran age. So, today, with that in mind, I would like to take the liberty to sort of tell you guys a story of sorts on how we got there and how you can do that as well. Before I do that, though, I would like to tell you guys a story. A couple months ago, my mom messaged me on Telegram. She left her old job, ended up with a pretty hefty amount of money, so she asked me one single question: whether she should buy some Bitcoin, and if yes, how should she go about it? The answer to the first question was, of course, yes. I mean, crypto is an amazing investment tool. Bitcoin's the future, blockchain is amazing, really cool. Everything, like, no doubts here. But the second one made me scratch my head a little. I mean, my mom is 49 years old. She is a computer science teacher, but she hasn't had any solid experience with crypto before. And how could I make sure she would have a great time? Of course, I could just take mom's money and go somewhere and buy her some BTC myself, but it doesn't solve the question that is bothering every one of you. How many people were on the same, like in the same spot as my mom, but didn't have a kid, family member, or a friend who works in the industry and could solve this problem for them, just buy them some BTC? How many of them decided to proceed on their own but weren't ready enough and ended up losing their funds in the process and left this entire crypto thing behind because it's all garbage and nothing really works in there? This is not the only story, by the way, I can tell about this thing. I can name probably like 5 or 6 right off the bat. The morale of the story, though, is that crypto comes with a steep learning curve, and it's our job as businesses to make it less steep. Logical enough. So, today, I would like to take you guys on a journey on buying my mom some Bitcoin. So, shall we proceed? Before we do that, though, my mom has some questions or problems that are hindering adoption right now. My mom doesn't know if she could trust a service that doesn't really offer any information about itself. My mom doesn't really know what this entire cog blockchain thing does, even though Bitcoin kind of sounds cool. My mom went into a service and she can't really figure out how it works. There are so many buttons in there and it's all really hard. She's having a headache. And this entire crypto thing, it's not really safe, is it? I mean, who knows what's going to happen to your money? I don't. And crypto services, not a lot of them, of course, but there are a lot of those that are not as good as people who are used to PayPal would think. So, let's talk about some solutions. Hell yeah. The first solution is transparency, and it works for literally every part of your demographic. My mom, your sister, that guy that just passed through the street. No one likes a service that is keeping their operation under wraps. Because, I don't know, would you be able to come onto a website that doesn't really have any information? Like, you open their about page and there's nothing in there. And I'm not even talking about team anonymity, because there are a lot of excellent services where the founders are anonymous. It's okay. It comes with I guess it comes with the prowl. But for newbies, when there is not really enough information that's readily available and easy to consume, for them, it's just like, I don't know, I'm going to take my wallet and just, I don't know, hand it out to a stranger on the street. in hopes they don't lose it or steal it or, I don't know, burn it or something. So your main weapon here is information. What are your regulation compliance? How do you operate? What are you going to do when things come, like when something happens and goes wrong? How do you perform operation control, and how much do you charge? Everything could be put into your terms of use and privacy policy. And you shouldn't use them as an excuse when you face criticisms. Those are for your clients. Those are for people who would like to learn who are they handing their money away to. So, for example, my mom now knows that your service can be trusted. It's cool. She feels pretty comfortable. But she still doesn't really know how this entire blockchain thing works. She's Googled crypto for newbies, like what is Bitcoin, stuff like that. But she still has some questions. And why is that? The answer to that is education. There are tons of people entering the space unprepared and uneducated who end up losing their money and just leaving the space disillusioned, because Bitcoin, as already said, it's like, it's all lame. I sent my money to someone and they lost it, so how do I trust someone else? And the reason for that is lack of readily available and easily consumable educational material available on the internet. And we all know that every blog out there has, I mean, every service out there has a blog, but they're all full of SEO'd articles about like 5 best Bitcoin wallets or something. And while I am sure that there are a lot of people out there, maybe someone from you guys would kind of appreciate this kind of information, but my mom wouldn't. Would yours? The solution to this is easy enough. You gotta educate your audience. Our FAQ here, for example, it contains all the readily available information on how the most basic crypto things work. What is a transaction hash? How do you get a wallet? What is a crypto wallet? So on and so forth. As for our blog, for example, we have 4 articles coming out every week, and only one of them is for SEO, because that's logical. And the other ones are either deep product dives or interviews. By the way, if you'd like to be interviewed by us, drop by booth 25. Or deep product tutorials, easy enough. Now that my mom is freshly strapped up with her freshly obtained cool crypto knowledge, oh my God, she's sending me a Telegram message. She's crying bloody tears and sending me like sad emoticons. And you know why that is? Let's talk about simplification. Please take a look at this slide. This is a DEX, by the way. This is the thing that made my mom cry. Blood. And how many of you non-professional traders, people who have never dealt with decentralized exchanges before, would take one good look at this and just leave? Now, compare it to this. This is our own interface. Maybe some of you have already been to our booth, and I've run you a demo. I don't know. You could come by if you'd like. It has only 3 buttons and 1 field for entering information. Creating an exchange on our website takes only 40 seconds. And you have to make sure, all of you, if you have a service, that UI is its face. If my mom presses the wrong button and loses her money, she's gonna cry. She's crying right now. I feel bad for her. Do you? Does any of you? Actually, we have worked out a pretty handy metric for measuring user experience. Just send in your mom. If she can deal with it, then you're doing a pretty good job. If not, some things are still yet to be improved. Well, now that my mom has found herself a 3-button service, which is easy to use and comprehensible, she still feels kind of on the fence about this entire blockchain thing. And she's right, because blockchain is generally a fairly unstable place. And we, as services, have to take precautions in order to make sure our clients are protected. The first thing about this is the fact that the custody model, at least as it is right now, it has proven itself not to be super perfect. Even the most high-profile custodians have been compromised over time, or this year at least. Our solution to this is Walnut Integration. As an exchange service, we are integrated into a plethora of really good, trusted services so that my mom, for example, can use her favorite app, keep her funds in there, some BTC, some ETH, whatever, and she can do crypto swaps right in her familiar favorite interface. That's pretty good, don't you think? And whether the space is unstable, which it is, well, you have to create your own stability. With conscious operation control, smart monitoring systems, and a really good, educated, and dedicated support team. My mom doesn't really have to know that. For her, we have 2 words: success rate. On ChangeNow, for example, the success rate is over 98% for all transactions. And that means that my mom received enough on her swap, the swap was fast enough, and she walked away from her service satisfied. But wait, what if she gets into those 2%, you might ask, which is fairly obvious. That's where proper customer handling comes into play. And it is something that a lot of crypto services have trouble with. And you have to make sure that you have your customers' backs. In 9 out of 10 cases, the losses of your clients are on you, not because they were stupid or incompetent, because your service messed something up. And a lot of the time when it does, the support is sort of taking a long time to answer. It's unreliable, uninformative, or just sometimes just plain rude. For us, we had to make sure this wouldn't be the case. So we have worked out a set of metrics to track customer happiness. You can see those on the slide, and they work not only for our customers, but also for our partners and their partners' customers. That way, we can make sure that everyone is happy. And when everyone is happy, so are we, so am I. So what's even better are our Trustpilot reviews. Like, you can check some of those out. They were so long, I couldn't fit them all on the slide. But those are purely organic. We don't really have to do anything. Just people just come on there by themselves, and they're like, oh, where can we praise your service? You're so, like, you guys are so cool. All we have to do is to point them in the right direction. Because in crypto, no one wants to feel left out in the open. There are 2 possible outcomes to that. Newbies, like my mom, will leave the space for good, adoption suffers, and crypto heads, crypto enthusiasts will take their business elsewhere because your service sucks. And both outcomes are not really good for business. Okay, now my mom has made her first crypto exchange. She knows what to do next time. She knows how to do more. She knows that it's all safe, and she knows what to do if anything goes wrong. We've converted her, guys. Congratulations. Now on we go to thousands of people like my mom who are kind of interested in crypto but are really scared to try. Because what is adoption? It's not people like football teams putting Bitcoin logos on their uniforms or JP Morgan making their own coin. It's not even Libra. What drives crypto adoption? It's the message. It's all about people. And it's our job as services to make sure that people are feeling welcome in the space. And when something goes wrong, people will have each other's backs. Because why wait when you can do it now? Okay, my time's up. Thank you so much for listening to me. It's been really fun. You can check out our social media, or you can come by booth 25 out there. We have really cool t-shirts and some other really good goodies. We can run you a presentation. Thank you so much.